So you can just say. Do you want to see that? Yeah, sure. There's people in here.
Thank you, David. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Welcome to Temple Akiba. My name is Cantor Freilich, and I'm here with Rabbi Shapiro, with our incredible guest cantor, guest artist, Cantor Rebekah Mirsky.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Yay, welcome. We're here with our choir director, Mary Lou Basaraba, and our wonderful choir will be joining with us as well this evening. So I wanted to give a big warm welcome to Cantor Rebekah Mirsky. She has been with us a number of times now throughout the years, but it's been a few years, so it's so good to have you back. Cantor Mirsky is an amazing, beautiful singer-songwriter. She has produced 8 albums, some of Jewish music, some of country music. Yeah. And she is currently serving as the cantor in residence at Beth Chaim Chadashim. She also works for Beit Teshuvah and previously served as one of the first cantors, right, of Beit Teshuvah.
Yeah, I was the founding cantor. And now I've moved on. But I still work there as a spiritual advisor. That's what I do there now.
But we love her music. She writes just really inspiring, really incredible, moving pieces of Jewish music. And we have done many of her songs throughout the years here at Temple Akiba, and we are just so fortunate to have her with us. And she will really be leading us through the service along with our choir this evening. Rabbi and I will have a chance mostly to sit down and watch. Occasionally we'll come back up, but welcome. We're so happy to have you with us.
Thank you. It's always great to be here and really great to have 2 wonderful colleagues. Really, you are very fortunate. I know you know that, to have such great, kind, loving clergy. And I'm going to, now that you've welcomed me, I'm going to welcome you. Some need wheels to get around, and some can use our feet. Some eat only vegetables, and some of us eat meat. Some need to be sober, and some can drink a beer. We are all welcome here. Some of us are brown and some of us are white. Some wake up real early and some prefer the night. Some of us wear burqas, some wear headphones in our ears. We are all welcome here. We are all welcome here. Let's fight with every ounce are northern and some are from the south. Some of us believe in God and some of us have doubt. Some of us are straight, some are trans and some are queer. We are all welcome here. Some of us were slaves and some of us were not. Some remember history, it seems that some forgot. When we choose to hate each other, I fear the end is near. We are all welcome here. Home of the brave, land of the free. Doesn't that mean you? Doesn't that mean me? Doesn't that mean one? Doesn't that mean all? And it's up to us to understand the meaning of it all. We are all welcome here. We are all welcome here. We are all welcome here.
Friends, our worship continues with the lighting of our Shabbat candles. We're on page 2 of our prayer books, and what a pleasure it is to invite forward the Hyman family to light our candles with us. So John, Jill, Skylar, Harper, and Quincy, if the 5 of you will come forward, we're on page 2, everyone.
So the way this works, you press that and go kind of underneath the wick. Press the button.
Yeah. It goes like in between.
Takes a little bit of balance.
Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kishanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Friends, we turn now to page 5. We ask for all who are able to please rise for our Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Borei Peri Hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho, be'ahava uvratzon, hinchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit. Ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh zecher litziat Mitzrayim. Ki banu v'charta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim ve'shabbat be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. Amen.
Say l'chaim, everyone.
L'chaim.
Yeah, take a sip. It's juice. Please be seated, everyone. But you guys stay here. Hyman family, come on over here. Friends, even though we're going to open the ark, we ask that everyone who is here remain seated. Hyman family on this side of me. A number of months ago, Kathy Penzor, synagogue president, wrote me an email saying the most awesomest family just came to an event, and they're joining the congregation, and they even have 2 of 3 children that have not yet received a Hebrew name. Now, Quincy, you are not one of those 2 of 3, but we still want you up here because you are deserving of a blessing. But Harper and Skylar, the 2 of you, did not have a naming when you were younger, and so tonight, in front of your synagogue family, we get to offer you your Hebrew names. Thank you for being blessings to our congregation, and for well in advance enabling this Shabbat evening to celebrate with your family who's here, as well as those who are watching on our live stream, who are truly just a heart and soul beat away from being here in person. Today, on this Friday night, the 2 of you are going to receive this blessing. Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu. May the one who blessed our ancestors bless each of you with your own Hebrew name. So, in English, we have Harper Betty Hyman. Harper, you are going to receive the Hebrew name Penina Beshert. Bat Penina Keren Ve'Nachum. What a beautiful name your parents have chosen for you. So Penina, it means pearl. It also has to do with the way our face looks, our punim. And the word beshert, what a gorgeous Yiddish word meaning meant to be. Your being here truly is meant to be. And I want to share just a little bit more about what your parents shared about your name. Penina is after your mother's maternal grandmother, Peggy. And it's also a name chosen for you to honor the Perlmutter family. And they're the ones that introduced Mom and Dad. So by you're having that name Penina, it's a little bit of a zecher, something going back to well before you were born and imbuing today with lots of meaning. And the word beshert, it's one of our favorite Yiddish words, meaning meant to be, and you truly are a soul who is meant to be. Your being created an expanded family for the first time. And so that will be your Hebrew name from this day forward. In fact, I'm going to give you your own certificate. You got it. Skylar Lynn Hyman, your Hebrew name is Chana Liba Bat Panina Karen Nachum. What a beautiful name that is. I want to talk a little bit about the name Chana. The Yiddish word for Chana is chen, and a person who has chen is usually a person who is vivacious and awesome and the kind of person you just want to be around. You describe that person as someone who has chen, Chana. May that be who you are. And libi means my heart. And so not only are you reaching out for the certificate already? Okay. Not only are you a person who's awesome to be around, but you are a reflection of my heart. And to share a little bit for you what your parents shared with me, the name Chana is what your grandmother was often called. Her name was Jean, but that was the nickname that Mom and your uncle used for her as kids. And Liba is to honor your stepmother of 30 years. Her name is Wendy. And she's at home watching on live stream. And so we give this to you. Hold on to that tightly. You can't become a bat mitzvah until you guys produce those certificates, okay? Cantors and I, can you join us, Rebekah? Are going to offer you a blessing together. Let me get, oh, you've got that. Okay. Come close.
Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and keep you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God's light shine upon you and be gracious unto you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha ve'asem lecha shalom. Shalom.
May God's light always shine upon you and grant you the gift of shalom, of peace. Amen.
Amen.
Everyone say Mazel Tov!
Mazel Tov!
Big
Big hug in here.
Amazing name.
Oh, they're
Lovely name.
beautiful.
You guys can go back to your seats. Thank you so much.
So this is a lachadodi. I don't know if you have heard it before, but I like it. It's actually called the joyful lachadodi. So with as much joy as we have to kind of let go of the week and welcome the Sabbath bride, you will learn very easily this lachadodi. It's from the band Nava Tehillah, if anyone knows who they are. They're great, and I just happen to like this, so we're going to do this. Lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nikabela. Shamar zachar b'dibar בשלום, עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה וצלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה, לך תודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה, לך תודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. Now you know it. And we are turning to the Chatzi Kaddish on page 26.
Yikadal v'yikadash shemei rabba, be'amad divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'vyomechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, bagala u'vizman kariv v'yimeru, amen. Yehei shmei rabba mevorach le'alam u'amei hamaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitraman v'yinaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudesha brichu le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiram be'alma v'yimeru. Amen. And we ask for the congregation in mind, body, or spirit to please rise for our formal call to worship, the Baruch Hu, which is found on page 28. Please be seated.
This is a Ma'ariv, Aravim, this is one of my favorite prayers because I love the twilight. I love when the day turns into evening, and it's just a very pensive, melancholy time, and it kind of, for me, symbolizes just life and the seasons of life folding into one another. So there's some more yai-lais here. Ya-la-lai-lai, yai-lai-lai-lai, yai-lai-lai-lai-lai-lai-lai. Ya-la-lai-lai, yai-lai-lai-lai, yai-lai-lai-lai-lai-lai. With a word, evening is spoken. With a word, our floodgates open, and our stars have been aligned. Yours to sparkle, mine to shine. Uma'avir yom, umevi laila, umavdil bein yom uvein laila. Uma'avir yom, umevi laila, umavdil bein yom uvein laila. Rolling light away from darkness, and darkness away from light. It's the sacred separation. Only if we know sorrow can we know elation. Umavir yom, umevi laila, umavdil bein yom uvein laila. Umavir yom, umevi laila, umavdil bein yom uvein laila. And it seems the seasons spilled into time forever filled, walking, weaving into spinning, until we're standing still. Umavir yom, umevi laila, umavdil bein yom uvein laila. Umavir yom, umevi laila, umavdil bein yom uvein laila. Baruch atah Adonai Hamariv Aravi.
Thank you so much. That was so beautiful. We're going to continue our service with the Shema, one of the central prayers on page 34 and 35. And we once again asked for those who are able to please rise. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 join with Cantor and I the chanting of the Ve'ahavta on page 36. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlachtecha v'derech u'shochbecha uv'kumecha u'kshartam le'od al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha u'ktavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha leman tizkeru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'tem kedoshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihiot lachem lelohim ani Adonai Elohechem.
So we're close to Passover, and we're close to sort of witnessing this miracle of getting out of slavery and into freedom. And so I have kind of a bluesy mi chamocha that I'm going to do, and I think this is how they did it in the ancient times. You need some blues, to get across the Red Sea. Who is like you, oh Lord, no one like you. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha ne'edar ba'kodesh, no ra tehilot, oh say feleh, no ra tehilot, oh say feleh. Who can split the sea in two? Oh Lord, no one like you. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha ne'edar ba'kodesh, no ra tehilot, oh say feleh, no ra tehilot, oh say feleh. Wondrous wonders, you are the cause, made us with strengths, made us with flaws. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha ne'edar ba'kodesh, no ra tehilot, oh say feleh, no ra tehilot, oh say feleh. Who is like you? Who is like you, oh Lord, no one like you. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha ne'edar ba'kodesh, no ra tehilot, oh say feleh, no ra tehilot, oh say feleh.
Rebekah, I think the people of Israel would have had no problem crossing the Sea of Reeds to the other side if they were singing that song.
That's what I thought. That's what I figured.
Exactly, absolutely.
So this is Hashkivenu. Also, I don't know, it's Thai with Maria Irvim. I really love both these prayers because this asks us to do something that is, I don't know, not so easy to do. Lie down in peace because we have a lot of worries. I know we have a lot of worries and troubles. But it's not always easy to lay your body down in peace. And then to rise up with life, with enthusiasm, with joy for the new day. And to me, that's, it's really a spiritual practice to do that because it just doesn't always happen. But this prayer really reminds us that that's sort of our call to do that in our life.
And the prayer is found on page 42, the first portion of it.
And then we're off book. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom v'ha'amidenu shomreinu lechaim ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha v'taknenu be'etza tova milfanecha. Let us lie down in peace. Help us wake up with life. Shelter us, shelter us, shelter us. Light in the darkness that seems to find us. Heal the hunger in our hearts that binds us. Shelter us, shelter us, shelter us. Shelter us, shelter us, shelter us, shelter us, shelter us. Remove our hands from the sword of sorrow. Make us grateful for tomorrow. Shelter us, shelter us, shelter us. Erase the anger upon our faces. Blanket us in your good graces. Shelter us, shelter us, shelter us. Shelter us, shelter us, shelter us, shelter us, shelter us. One more time, let's do that. Shelter us, shelter us, shelter us, shelter us. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom v'amidenu shomreinu lechaim.
Cantor, you have truly brought us to such a spiritual high. And what a perfect prayer to continue that high, our Amidah. We're on page 46, and we ask once again for those who are able to please rise. We'll be doing the first few prayers together as a community, and then we'll have time for silent reflection. When you're finished with your silent prayer, please feel free to have a seat. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agitehi latecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'im Imotenu, Elohe Avraham, Elohe Yitzchak, Elohe Yaakov, Elohe Sarah, Elohe Rivka, Elohe Rachel, Elohe Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, Vezocher Chasdei Avot ve'imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei v'neihem, Lema'an Shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshia u'Magen, Baruch Ata Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah, Ata Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechai HaKol Ata, Rav le'Hoshia, Mechalkel Chaim bechesed, Mechaye HaKol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim verofeh cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Michal mocha ba'al gevurot, Umidom belach, Melech memit, Umechayeh, Umasmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman ata l'hachayot hakol, Baruch ata Adonai, Mechayeh hakol, Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, U'kadoshim b'chol yom, Yahalelucha selah, Baruch ata Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
It is holy to be old, it is holy to be young, it is holy to be in between. It is holy to hear, it is holy to be heard, and it's holy to see and be seen. I am holy, you are holy, we are holy. I am holy, you are holy, we are holy. It is holy to fall down, it is holy to get up, and it's holy to cry your tears. It is holy to go slow, it is holy to wait, and it's holy to conquer your fears. I am holy, you are holy, we are holy. Kadosh, 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 kadosh. Kadosh, kadosh, kadosh. Kadosh, 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 kadosh. It is holy to lift someone up, and it's holy to be lifted. It is holy to be the giver, and it's holy to be gifted. It is holy to take someone's hand, and it's holy to let go. And it's holy to tell somebody there are things you just don't know. I am holy, you are holy, we are holy. I am holy, you are holy, we are holy. Kadosh, kadosh, kadosh. Kadosh, kadosh, kadosh. Kadosh, 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 kadosh. Shabbat shalom, everyone. This is the part where I talk. I'm going to put this down. Oh, no, I can't because it's attached to me. Never mind. I'll just ignore this. So when I looked at the weekly Torah portion, I said, oh, no. How am I going to talk about Tazria, our favorite parsha, that describes all kinds of ritual impurity? It's always hard to get through and pretty gross to read about. Tzara'at has been inaccurately described as leprosy, but it's actually some kind of contagious skin disease that forced those who had it to be quarantined, something that would certainly prevent a person from being called holy. Have you ever said, I walked in the room and people treated me like I had leprosy? Maybe you haven't, and I hope you haven't, but I have, and what I mean is by that, treated badly, othered, treated like someone that someone else didn't want to catch anything from, excluded. Or have you yourself been so uncomfortable with something about someone else that made you run in the other direction? We all have our thoughts and we all have prejudices. What makes us human is our ability to reason with ourselves and these attitudes that dehumanize and separate us from other humans, and that separate us from God or our higher self or our higher power or whatever word works for you. All I can say is that it creates separation. But even if a person is not like you, he, she, they, whether or not they are Jewish, they are Yisrael, one who struggles with God, with life, and with reality, just like you. I have written a song called, it's an Ahavat Olam that I'm going to share with you now, that I guess it expresses my wish for a prayer for everyone. Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael Amecha Ahavta Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael Amecha Ahavta. Never-ending love for everyone who wakes up, everyone who tries, never-ending love for everyone. We all have beauty in our eyes. Avad olam Beit Yisrael, Amecha ahavta. Avad olam Beit Yisrael, Amecha ahavta. Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu lemadta. Avad olam Beit Yisrael, Amecha ahavta. Avad olam Beit Yisrael, Amecha ahavta. Through our learning and our giving, that's how we feel you in our living. Avad olam Beit Yisrael, Amecha ahavta. Avad olam Beit Yisrael, Amecha ahavta. Amecha ahavta. We began this service with "We Are All Welcome Here," and it's a song that I wrote in 2016 when our president at the time decided to build a wall to keep people out as if they had leprosy, as if they were unholy, as if they did not belong. But radical inclusion is a value that I try, not always succeed, but I try to adhere to in my life. Because as a child, while I looked like what people would call normal on the outside, on the inside, I was dealing with things in my home that made me feel very different from the other people I knew at school and at Temple. And this Torah portion brings up a lot of things for me, and its visuals and descriptions of what are deemed ritually impure have always been upsetting to me, and I'm sure to many of you. And one of the things that I realized when studying this portion is that tzara'at is actually is a spiritual malady that manifests as a physical malady. So it's not just the physical ailment, but it's saying that if you have a spiritual malady, that you should be sent off and sent away. And one of the things, though, that I love so much about your home, your temple, Akiba, is that I always feel loved and welcome. Because, as I said before, you have a rabbi and a cantor who are exemplars of compassion and deep understanding of what it means to be kind and to include people. Because you as congregants have always been kind to me, and because we all need to be reminded not to be afraid of ourselves and others. I want to leave you with a blessing that describes Temple Akiba, your temple, your home, your synagogue, with great accuracy. My prayer is that we always feel at home. Bless this home with peace and security. Bless this home with calm and with strength. Bless this home with joy and health and tenderness for all the length of our days. A home is a place where you can be yourself. A home is a place where they take you in. A home is a place where you're comfortable in your own skin. Bless this home with peace and security. Bless this home with calm and with strength. Bless this home with joy and health and tenderness for all the length of our days. A home is a place where you can cry. A home is a place you laugh until you wake. A home is a place where you share yourself and still feel safe. We are home. We are home. We are home when we're together. We are home. We are home. We are home when we're together. If you know it now, you could sing the chorus with me if you want. Bless this home with peace and security. Bless this home with calm and with strength. Bless this home with joy and health and tenderness for all the length of our days. For all the length of our days. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Oh, it's still me. All right, so now is the time that we set aside for healing, for sending our prayers of healing out to people who have illness in mind, body, or spirit. And as soon as I finish telling you where this came from, I want you all to say the names out loud of people that you wish a complete healing to. And I don't know if you have a Misha Berach list here or not. So then it's up to you to say those names and hold them in your hearts as you think of them. And this particular Misha Berach, as I mentioned before, I work at Beit Teshuvah, which is it's a treatment center for addicts, and originally for Jewish alcoholics and addicts and of all kinds. And so I originally had written this prayer because there are times when their family members have no idea where they are. And, sometimes they're waiting for a phone call but while they're out there, they're wishing for a healing. So that was the original reason. But then October 7th happened, and I realized that those families don't know where their relatives are and have no way of knowing. So this is the way they may have to send their prayers of healing to their loved ones. We're sending our light to you. No matter where you are, you're with us. Oh, I didn't ask you to do the names yet. I'm sorry. Say before I start. Say your name, the names of people. Sorry. Now we'll send our light to them. We're sending our light to you. No matter where you are, you're with us, sending our light to you. No matter where you are, you're with us. Misha Beirach Avotenu Ve'imotenu U'yivarech ve'yirapeh et ha'cholim. We're sending our light to you. No matter where you are, you're with us, sending our light to you. No matter where you are, you're with us. Mikor harachamim, we raise our voices. Oh, source of mercy, send healing now. We're sending our light to you. No matter where you are, you're with us, sending our light to you. No matter where you are, you're with us. We add our light to the lantern to find you, heal you, bring you home. We add our light to the lantern to find you, heal you, bring you home. We're sending our light to you. No matter where you are, you're with us, sending our light to you. No matter where you are, you're with us.
Thank you, Cantor Mirsky. I'm so moved. I think all of us are. We're feeling incredible light. We're feeling an embrace that you have navigated into our souls. To our choir, Mary Lou, and all of our members today, thank you for being part of that light and enabling us to truly, as a congregation, radiate with something very special. It's now my honor to call forward, representing our congregation. We actually have two people who are coming forward. One person? Okay. The president of our congregation, Kathy Penzo, is here to offer a welcome and to share with us just a couple of things that are going to be happening. Kathy, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Cantor. That was so beautiful and so touching that you wrote a song about us, and you touched our souls, and it was really, really beautiful. And thank you, choir, for Mary Lou and Cantor and Rabbi. It's just really special, a special evening. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I'd like to welcome everyone here. And is there anyone here for the first time? Welcome, welcome, and we'd love to meet you out as you go out, and we have our own egg. It's lovely to see so many new faces here this evening. I wanted to give a mazel tov to the Hyman family. It was so wonderful speaking with you a few months back, and I'm so glad you were able to give your children their names tonight, Harper and Skylar, and thank you for lighting the candles and leading us in the Kiddush. And they are hosting tonight's own egg after our services. We do have some events coming up in the next couple of weeks that I wanted to bring your attention to, and there's more detail in our bulletin and flyers out in the foyer and in our e-news and on our website. But tomorrow we're having an Ancestors Voices workshop from 11 to 2. It's a workshop from Donna Sternberg Dance Company for the Jewish community exploring inherited ancestral trauma through guided movement, writing, drawing, and sharing. You just need to bring water, comfortable clothing, and shoes. No prior experience needed. We are having our annual Disney Shabbat and Carnival next Shabbat, starting at 4:30, with a Disney Shabbat service until 5, and then a carnival and dinner from 5 to 6:30, a Disney Shabbat service at 6:30, and Disney Oneg and karaoke following that. Please RSVP. You can go on to our website and do that. Next Saturday, the 20th, is Earth Day, and we are joining the Bologna Creek Earth Day cleanup. You can meet here with Rabbi Shapiro at 8:30 in the morning, and then go to the cleanup at Bologna Creek between 9 and 12. And we are having our second night Passover Seder, Tuesday, April 23rd at 5 p.m. And you do need to sign up ahead of time for that. And Catherine, who's over here in the bright green sweater, can give you any more scoop on that. Shabbat Shalom, and I'll see you all afterwards in the social hall for our Oneg.
We continue our service with the singing of Aleinu, and we are on page 282. Once again, we ask for all who are able to please rise. Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula leotzer breshit, shelo asanu kuguye ha'aratzot, velo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam, va'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. V'nemar v'haya Adonai lamelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
On page 293, as we prepare for the mourner's Kaddish, as we are 6 months and 1 week following the tragedy, the ongoing tragedy of October 7th, and as the danger in the Middle East with the threat of Iran is lurking, I want to offer the following reading as we prepare for memory. Let's please read responsively. Again, page 293. Remember our people who suffered and died so that we could be free and secure. May their memory be more than a distant shadow. For their dreams left unfulfilled and lives taken too soon, we remember. Remember our brothers and sisters whose sacrifice kept the dream of democracy and justice alive. May their courage be our inspiration and strength. Remember the fallen of our armed services, the victims of terror and tragedy. May the darkness of their loss not obscure the light of peace. They were in love with our land and in love with life. The mothers and the fathers, for the children who were and the children yet to be, we remember. We remember friends and family of our community who have died, who continue to shine upon us from their eternal resting spaces. We begin with those for whom we are in Shloshim, the first 30 days of mourning, including Martin Miller, father of Rachel Mervish. Are there any additional people here who are observing the first 30 days since a loved one has died?
Bruce Kessler.
Bruce Kessler. We add to their names the yard sites, the anniversaries of the deaths that occur on this Shabbat, and I'll begin with those who have names in our Urfrig Memorial Room. Florence Carr, Betty Siepler, Richard Eisenberg, Lena Ivna, Pamela Marmon, Violet Neller, Leo Aller, Anita Pemstein, Ernest Phillips, Jay Salkin, Max Samuels, Sidney Steiner, Ann Urfrig, Sam Weissman. We also remember at this time Esther Azerad, Irene Bailey, Abe Bandel, Gerald Barnes, Bella Borofsky, Hans Bluth. I believe Hans was our past choir director just prior to my arrival here. David Deaglesmith, Ronald Dukes, Libby Eisen, Barney Glickstein, Gloria Goldberger, Alex Kapner, Sam Kashansky, Harold Leibovitz, Renee Leitner, Louis Miller, Lila Kolko Merkin, Lorette Robbins, Justin Shabsis, Joseph Seaport, Mildred Trepak, Louis Vodovos, Gladys Walsh, Louis Weiner, Francis Wilchins, Aaron Pepper. Are there additional yard sites those here are observing at this time? Turning now to page 294. We rise as a congregation. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalmad divrach chorotei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uvyomechon, uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, bagalau v'yizman kariv imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'amei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, V'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shemei d'kudashah b'richu, le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, damiran b'yoma, v'imru amen. Yehi shlama Rabbah min Shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. May the one who causes peace to be known in the high heavens help us understand that by reaching out to one another, we create peace on earth as well. For all Israel and for all humanity, we say, Amen. Amen. Everyone take a deep breath. It's so interesting. As I was announcing the page number for our mourner's cottage, you may have heard I began to say page 600 something. Old habits die hard. We've had this prayer book for, 12 years now. But in our former prayer book, the one that I grew up with, it was on page 629. And that somehow was still in my head. It's the power of memory. Cantor Mirsky, once again, thank you so much for your leadership in today's service. Do you want people standing or sitting for our closing?
Whatever they like, but you can sit down if you don't want to stand up, because sit down. Yeah, it's a concert. You can sit down. Mainly because you may or may not catch on to this Oseh Shalom that I've written. I actually, first of all, thank you, everybody. Thank you, choir. Thank you, Mary Lou. Thank you, Rabbi and Cantor, for being such wonderful hosts, and everybody here. This particular Oseh Shalom, I was in New York, and I heard this. I don't know if it was somebody like a street musician or somebody who was wailing in this particular way that was really moving to me. And so then I came home and I wrote this Oseh Shalom that is really about both inner peace and external peace. Oh, 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 say shalom. Beam, Roma. Oh, 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 say shalom. Amen. From on high, let it flow down. It's okay to just slow down. Breathing deeply, getting sleepy. Take a ride on lullabies. Let it rain down. Let it rain down. Oh, 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 say shalom. Beam, Roma.
I think it's appropriate for us to give Cantor Rebekah Mirsky a big round of applause and a big thank you for leading us in such a special service. Thank you so much. Your presence, your voice, your songs were so moving, so beautiful tonight. Thank you for the gift that you've given us this evening. And we have one last prayer, one last ritual. So I'm going to ask you to come back up. We have to say Hamotzi.
Oh.
Ready? Hamotzi lachem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices join in happy chorus as our prayer is humbly said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Hamotzi lachem min haaretz. B'tei avon. Shabbat shalom, everyone.